will be doing some repotting, so we got some soil milk. We got some hot soil, growel, potting in medium 20 liters for flower and vegetable. Currently have a new project here and we're gonna do some polling for these plants. Moms, what's this plant called, Moms? So we will be repotting our plants. So we will first use some normal potting mix. Then we will put some vermicast. This is our vermicast. So this is 50% this. Vermicast is around 20% and 30% perlites, or you can just call it like small rock stones. So this is to make some air inside, or pocket air, so that your plant won't have root rots. Okay, so we'll do the potting mix first, and then we will put the poles and make our plant grow vertically. And this is our pot, so we will be putting this. This is around, I think this is an 8-inch to 10-inch pot. So we also have the tray here so that we can do some bottom watering. So we will be putting the mix here. So 50% of this normal potting mix, that's 20% vermicast and 30% perlite. So you can just do an estimate. It doesn't really matter if one of those is not exactly on proportion. You just need to estimate, and don't worry, your plant will survive. So this is our moss pole, and we will be somewhat vining these plants here. It's called staking, so we will just stake the... Anong plant yun, Moms?
Golden pothoes.
We will be staking our golden pothoes, which are that over there, and we're gonna stake it here. So right now we will be polling this one. So make sure that when you pole this, you need to put this pole first to the deepest, and then fill this with enough soil so that this one won't just topple over. So you need that soil mix to hold this pole. So after that, you will just need to put your plant on the sides around the pole, then it will slowly go up on the side to stake the plant. For this specific project, we will be using something to help hold the plant initially. So we need a pliers. So we need a cutter, some pliers, this one, and a long nose. And we just need to have some paper clip that is rubber coated. So we will cut this into small pieces like letter U clips, and then we can clip it directly to the moss. That way we can help the plant attach to the moss pole in time. After that, you will be using these pliers to pull these off. So before you start, make sure to wear your gloves. So these are latex gloves so that your hand won't get dirty in the process, but this is optional. You can always just wash your hand after. Okay, so first let us open this. So how do we do the 50, 30, 20 mix? So just fill this up 50%, fill this up 30%, then fill this up on another 20%. So that way our potting mix would be 50, 30, 20, and then just mix it in. After you mix it in, make sure don't fill it too much, maybe around 80% or 70% of the pot, because that hole is going to occupy some space inside. Okay, so we'll just fill this 50%. So we have filled this up at 50% level. We'll just put 30 perlite and another 20% vermicast. So we filled it up around 20% vermicast. It's good that our vermicast was just enough to fill the 20% part. Then we'll put some, this is pumice, sorry, this is not perlite. You can use something like small rocks instead of this, it's also fine. So you can see that we already filled up this one, so that's 50% of this normal pot mix, 20% vermicast, and around 30% of that pumice or some small rocks. Then we'll just mix this up. After we mix this, then we're ready to put our pole and basically attach our plant to the vertical pole, or we call that staking. Hold the pole, please. Hold it, huh? Hold it, huh? So the next one that we will be doing, we will be adding those kind of clips so that we can puncture this inside the moss. So we would be making a small letter U. Okay, so you can use the long nose if you want to be assisted with a tool. So you just hold a part of the long nose, fold it like this. So right now there's a small letter U there, and then we just cut the longer part. So that way we can stack those in like a clip to the pole clip inside. Okay, so we'll just be doing a couple of these this one, and we will just stick it right into the moss pole. So you can even make it longer to help secure it properly. So mine, I like to make it like perfectly straight, and then later hold at the center, centerpiece. After you fold it at the centerpiece, you fold it. So that way everything would be perfectly shaped like this. And then you can use this to attach. So right now we have two plants that we already grew. Moms, what's this plant called?
Golden pothoes.
So this is a golden photo plant. So we will be putting two. So one here and another one here. So this plant we've been growing like for months already. I don't know how long, but it's now around this big. So this is a vining plant. So you can see here. So these are all came from cuttings. Look at this. Look at this here. It has this small root here. So this one will like attach to the moss pole by itself probably. Okay. So we will just remove this plant and transfer it here to this bottom part, and then slowly we'll put it up.
Because this one you're gonna eat.
Ano ulit pangalan nito, moms?
Golden pothoes.
Look at these golden pothoes. The roots are very healthy, so before you repot, you always need to make sure that the soil is almost going to be dry. So it's easy for you to basically transfer the pots. And look at these. So you can easily remove the existing soil and transfer it to a new one. So look at this one. So we would like to get these long ones like this. So make sure to tangle it properly and slowly so that you won't probably damage the root. So we would like to stake these, especially these long roots. See this? So this is a long root. So this is actually good. So these roots will go inside that moss pole. Okay? So we've already done one. We have like 8 more to go. So we have a total of 9 of these, so we will be staking them up. So make sure to spread the roots all across. So once you've put one, you just need to attach this paper clip onto the plant itself. So just be patient and do these one by one. So you put these roots as close to the ground, and for these ones that are going up, you just need to pin the neck to the moss pole, and it should be good to go. So for these shorter ones, since they have very short necks, you can just lie it here on the ground so it can fill up the ground portion. Okay, now we've finished arranging them circularly, so we twirled it like this, circularly going up. So this one should be going up on its own. I think there's one that fell off. So this should just vine itself automatically. So we're just spraying the moss pole. Actually, we should spray water first before attaching it. Okay naman, doesn't matter. Guys, don't get a cheapo one, okay? Buy something more expensive. I think this is very cheap.
Got it from Shopee.
See, it's not even covering properly anymore.
Daddy, look, actually made that hot.
Okay, so now we've already sprayed this with water, but let's put the remaining soil on top. I think we don't have enough soil, so we need to do another mix. So after we have put the soil on top, then we can just water it, so we can clean out the soils and remove these debris, so that we can ensure that when it absorbs the light, all the leaf would be at 100% capacity. Okay, so there would be some holes and spaces for your plant, so just make sure that you just wait it out, and it's gonna grow by itself, and it's gonna grow up by its own self. So don't worry about those holes that you have. If in case your plant is much smaller than mine, then you can just wait it out and wait for it to grow. So we're actually done, so we'll just wash it in a bit, and I'll show you the video in a close-up for all those plants, so how we did it, okay? Let's just take a closer look on how we did it. See this? So you just pin this on your plant. So make sure not to squeeze it too much. So you just make sure to clip it so that your plant doesn't fall off. We just finished cleaning our plant, so we can see it's still wet, but at least there's no more soil there. So look at the bottom part. So we've also cleaned one by one. So we made sure that when you plant it inside, all the roots get covered by those plants. But this one we used the normal plant mix because we ran out of soil. And for the rest, it should look like this. So from the top, you can see we just clipped it with a paper clip, and just make sure to put the roots inside. If you can see here, the roots already inside. So that one can help the plant to go up. So this is our whole plant. Let's just turn it around. Here, so we also made sure that we clean most of the plant's leaves so that it will be luscious and green. Okay, so don't worry about these kinds of potholes. So this one could be filled up by the smaller ones. So this one actually we tried to vine it to the side so that it would fill up the whole soil down there. But give it some time, maybe another 2 more months. This should really look lushy on the bottom, and some of it should grow up and climb up. So this is the whole plant itself. Let's just turn it around and give it a quick view. There. So we can see here inside that some moss are actually already falling. So make sure that everything is covered neatly and properly. So there you go. So later we will just put this in an area with low light, and it could survive and grow up on its own. So when you water it, so make sure that you water from the top of the pole going down all the way here to the plant itself. Okay, so I think this concludes about our video on how to stake your plant.